Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the bee yard. It is currently Sunday, and I'm rushing. Um, it's the shoulder season, and that means we've got another snowstorm coming in, possibly up to 10 centimeters. It's literally right about here. It's almost about to start. I was going to delay making this video until tomorrow, but unfortunately, the temperatures are plummeting tonight, and they're not going to warm up enough. I wanted to get into this hive, see how the bees are doing, top up their food if they need it, and give you guys a sneak peek into the hive and see how well they're doing. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and removed the insulation and the cover from the front of the beehive. I had to double check to make sure they were still alive before I started recording this video. Hold on a second. There we go. And as you can see, I remembered my hive tool today. So I'm just gonna pop this lid off. And the reason we can do this today is because the temperature is 3 degrees Celsius. Can open up the hive for brief amounts of time when the temperature is above zero. Just don't want to leave it open for too long. So as you can see, pollen patty, they've been kind of nibbling at it. Here, I can kind of show you, I think. Don't know how well you'll be able to see, but in between those little holes, they've been gnawing on it a little bit, which means they're bringing food down to the queen, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. And if we can, I have to cut from here, but I'm going to zoom in. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear it over the microphone, but they are buzzing away. A little bit of wind, so I don't want to open it up too long. They have been eating a little bit of the candy, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. And we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 frames of bees, which is perfect. There we go. It's a little weak still. I'm gonna, while I'm here, try to clean off some of this burr comb. I got somebody flying around our heads. Come on, girls. Move your booties. Oh, that stinger came out quick. They're a little, not liking this too much. They're not aggressive. I don't think they like the cold though. Now what I was going to try to show you guys is if there's any, I wanted to see if there was any brood down here, but I don't think we're going to be able to. I'm not certain. Let's see. Just checking on some of these bees. Oh yeah, we were very close actually to losing this entire hive. If you can see, there's a lot of dead bees in here. I gotta be careful because I am wearing snow boots. If a bee happens to fall down into them, it's problematic for me. Let's see, they're a little aggressive right now. They're coming out. We won't bug them too much. I just want to move some of these resources around so hopefully they can get some food into them. Yeah, just look at that. There. A little pushy. And I also wanted to check. Oh, it's the bird comb that's being the problem. Okay. There is a frame of what looks like dead out bees, so I wanted to check that. Yeah, they're really aggressive today. Not too happy. I wouldn't either. They like to keep the hive around 92, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. And this must be a little unpleasant for them. I wanted to check out this frame right here. Just to try to figure out what happened to all the strength in this hive, because it was one of the bigger hives. Oh, Girls, calm down. Fine. Trying to move very slow so I don't agitate the bees as much. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few dead bees on this frame. There's a pile of dead bees down below it. Like a good portion of dead bees, so we're not gonna stay in this hive too long. I just wanted to check to see what the situation was. So we're looking at, oh, maybe 3 frames of bees. Come on, girls. Up you come, up you come. I don't want you in my boot. That's not where I want you. Down is not good. There we go. Okay. Oh, so getting a cleansing flight in. Okay, well, we're gonna close them up. I don't want them to get too cold for too long because they are a weaker hive. They're a lot weaker than I thought they were. I was hoping to have at least another frame of bees, but there's not much you can do. You just gotta work with what you got, right? I'll try to get this back down without stirring them up too much. Yeah, they're gonna come out at my face now. The longer they're open, they're gonna be defensive. A lot more defensive. So we'll get this lid closed up. Get the pollen patty back on. And now we start, as beekeepers, really hoping that this blast of cold weather and snow that's coming doesn't last longer than it should. Like I said, we're in the shoulder season and we do still have a lot of snow on the ground, but at the same time, it has been melting. You just need to get over that hump. You just need to get into full-on spring, because the longer this goes on, the harder it is on the colonies. And they'll calm down. I'm gonna have to get something out here to clean up that water down on the bottom board, because there's just not enough population in there to really dry it out. So we're not out of the woods yet, but this hive has so far survived. And there we go. Everything's back to being buttoned up. It's amazing when I was putting insulation and everything back together. If you just put your hand right down near the hive, you can see the heat is amazing. The amount of heat coming out of that hive, even though there's not a lot of bees in there, it's a very weak hive. Their ability to generate the heat required to keep the brood and the cluster warm is just amazing. I wasn't expecting that. I also wasn't expecting to see, I thought for sure we had 4 frames of bees in there. It's a little sad to like lift that frame and see all the dead bees at the bottom. Yeah, but this is why we need the warm weather. I need the warm weather. Other beekeepers need the warm weather so that we can get into our hives, clean them up, and set them up for success in the nectar flow in the months that are coming up. Until that happens, it's really just a sit back, watch, wait, and hope that everything goes as planned and our bees make it out to the other side and the warm weather. I know a lot of the local-ish producer companies, like the big companies that have their hives in climate-controlled sheds, a few of them are starting to move their hives out of those climate-controlled sheds and bring them out to their bee yards. And the temperatures do support that. It's not getting too cold. If your hive is strong and healthy, they'll be fine. I thought about opening this hive up and just leaving it uninsulated, but now that I see the population of bees in the hive. I'm not going to do that until the temperatures are well above zero and I can get some really good food into these girls. Get that queen producing like she needs to be. And it's hard to sit back and not be able to see the queen. I want to see that queen, so I know this hive going forward is going to be good. I do believe this was hive number 1 last year, and it was a very good hive for us. Produced a lot of honey, and the queen was very strong, very good temperament bees. The worker bees have always been pretty good. That display earlier probably was just them being frustrated. They don't want to be bothered right now, and I don't blame them. I mean, I'm out here wearing snow boots, my winter jacket underneath my bee suit. It's not the most fun time to be a beekeeper, but things need to be checked on periodically from time to time when Mother Nature gives you the break to do such. And I do believe I just saw a snowflake fall out of the sky, so folks, I'm going to have to end this one. Hopefully by next week, I'll be able to do another video. Not certain what the weather is looking like. If you look at the extended long-range forecast, we're talking about temperatures around 6-7 degrees. It's still not ideal, but hopefully with those warm temperatures, they'll really start eating the resources I've put on their hive. And going forward, I don't think I mentioned this, I'm going to try to release 1 video a week. Probably, and yeah, I'm going to do it for Mondays. We're going to cut, I'm going to say, going forward, I'm going to be making 1 video a week. It's going to be released every Monday, 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, but as the weather warms up and as the apiary grows, I'm going to get into these hives, the 3 that are coming and this one, and I'll try to explain why I do things the way I do them. And for the kiddos, obviously, I'm going to show the kids what the worker bee looks like, what a drone bee looks like, what the queen looks like, the brood, the different stages from egg to hatching bee. I know there are a few people that I talk to that are really interested in seeing, a brand new bee coming out of its brood, out of I know I've talked to a few people that would like to see newly emerging bees, so I look forward to making that video once the time is right. And we're going to make videos about the entire process, and I'll try to explain as I go throughout the year, throughout the season, how I do things, why I do things, why it works, and hopefully bring you folks along for a very good honey harvest this year, and it should be fun. And it is now definitely snowing, so I'm going to let everybody go. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody has a good week ahead of them. And hopefully this snow can take a hike, because I'm sick of it. I think everybody's sick of it. If you live in a climate like southern Manitoba, you're just waiting for spring.